Hello and welcome back to the Weekly Bugger, with the best news we can make up. Again, we have some news that never even reached the sensation rags. The past weeks, the news that NASA hit a small asteroid with the DART mission probe was all over the media. This probe was launched by a SpaceX Falcon 9.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. The DART mission on the way for humanity's first ever planetary defense test mission.
And on the September 26, 2022 intentionally crashed into Dimorphos, the minor, 159-meter, planet moon of the asteroid, Didymos. A little longer ago news came out that the Pentagon finally admits UFOs are real. Only they call it UAP, or unidentified aerial phenomena. Observations of events that cannot scientifically be identified as known natural phenomena. Now you might ask, what's the connection? Well, a few days ago, NASA was very surprised to receive a formal complaint that was delivered in person by a special emissary of the Planet Xnort. He parked his space vehicle beside the road outside Kennedy Space Center and just walked inside. The messenger informed that NASA had damaged a vacation center on Dimorphos. Fortunately, no one got hurt. The vacation center functioned as a station for Xnortian guests to visit Earth with a rented, highly maneuverable sports dweeble to admire the very skilled Earthjet pilots in Earth's atmosphere. Ted dust cloud the impact created makes it impossible to let the dweebles take off to Earth. The people from Xnort are very friendly by nature. And because it was probably an accident, the emissary had no reparation demands whatsoever. He only asked NASA very kindly to send their space junk elsewhere. Then he even apologized to the American pilots, that is, people would not be able to join and play tag with them for a few months. Then he left the same way he came, waving goodbye to the gobstruck NASA employees. During last week's Hurricane Ian, this video went viral.
It just came flying by. Alright, you know what? I think I'm just gonna come in here for a second.
And to know that these men are associated with the weather forecast really boggles the mind. But somewhere, someone invented a new sport: extreme branch catching. We will have to wait for the next hurricane to see if this branch catching catches on. Yesterday was the launch of Bertrand Russell's teapot from Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Russell's teapot en route to Jupiter. Will fall at 9.
Recovery. Stage 1, chamber pressures are nominal. And with that successful liftoff of our Falcon 9 vehicle,
Power engine telemetry nominal.
from Space Launch Complex 40, lifting off at 7:32 p.m. Eastern Time.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
So with that call, we have Falcon 9 now traveling faster than the speed of sound. Seeing a great shot of the engines on the first stage.
Execute.
And that call out there indicating we are through the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure, the highest stresses that the vehicle will feel during ascent.
Russell's teapot is an analogy formulated by the philosopher Bertrand Russell, who lived from 1872 till 1970, to illustrate that the philosophic burden of proof lies upon a person making empirically unfalsifiable claims, rather than shifting the burden of disproof to others. This means that if someone was to assert, without offering proof, that a teapot, too small to be seen by telescopes, orbits the planet Jupiter, he could not expect anyone to believe him solely because his assertion cannot be proven wrong. Russell's teapot is still invoked in discussions concerning the existence of God, and has had influence in various fields and media. The CEO of SpaceX, Elon Musk, had a spare Falcon 9 lying around, and concocted this joke with NASA, to actually send a ceramic teapot to an orbit around Jupiter. NASA suggested to attach a tiny but working copy of their ion thrust engine to the teapot, as a test for usage of miniaturized thrusters in space. The teapot was donated by Russell's granddaughter, who sees that as a tribute to her grandfather. And as usual, the launch was streamed live on YouTube. It is expected that the teapot will reach Jupiter's orbit in 6 years.